And hello, everybody. Welcome on in to the Aurora Overwatch class, Season 7, Week 1 matchup between the Hatsune Freakus and the Moon Baboons. I'm Boone, and joining me today on the cast is going to be WYND. And WYND, this is the battle of the two highest SR captains in the draft. You know, the bottom of that board, ready to take at it here. And both of them, of course, built some very strong rosters here, hoping to get up to a good foot here, especially with a sort of condensed season. Each win or loss is really impactful, so hoping to come on the right foot here.
Oh yeah, especially looking at both teams, especially since both teams, their captains are 4K SR, with Neptune being able to play all three roles, I believe, at the 4K SR, and then Poi here playing at the 4K role at the tank here. It's gonna be very interesting how they're gonna lead their teams and how fast-paced these comps are gonna be looking like.
I think the biggest question, of course, for the Baboons this entire season will be where does Neptune play? You know, I know there's a lot of different looks they have with them going on support, DPS, and also tank, but I think the Freakus also going to be a very flexible roster here. A lot of players serve in that low Masters range on all roles, so there should be quite a lot of change coming in here in this match. I don't think this is going to be a quick sweep by any means. It needs to be very back and forth. You know, teams making the roster swaps, making the hero changes they need. So this should be a hell of a game here to start off our second match of week 1. But going into Lijiang Tower here on Night Market, we're going to see Neptune locking in that Pharah, of course, a very good map for that. Sort of his signature hero so far in the league. But, you know, used it a warm-up scrim against the Freakus, and you know, do you have any idea what they might be going for here? We see Wordy on a kind of an off-roll here over on the support, not over on that DPS, so already an interesting look.
Yeah, looking at this, Nyamonia was very scary on the Genji here going in, especially he's just playing very aggressive here with Poi. It's gonna be hard to stop, but we are gonna see the Kiri Mercy backline here from the Moon Baboons. It's gonna be very interesting when you're playing a Sig comp too, but you're just betting on the Pharah Mercy being able to pick off one quickly here.
Yeah, they do that quick TP strat to get back towards the point a little quicker, but they are going to meet up right at the same time. But Neptune, again, kind of controlling the skies right now, not really allowing Poi to close that distance. But here goes Pneumonia trying to force the pharmacy away. The shout out from Poi, but can't quite land the shots. Odin is kind of isolated here, though, so a big split force, but Poi flying low, forced down early Suze, but Odin first to fall. Now the kills coming the way of the Hatsune Freakus. Looks like they will get first cap, unless we have another miracle out of the pharmacy over on the side. But it looks like a Freakus first cap, and honestly, a great rotation for them going to the side.
Yeah, it is a little bit rough here to see Strudel does getting split from Odin. It's going to be harmful, especially because Strudel is going towards point side, but you see Tsunemi and Odin stuck, it's still in their choke, and without your Kiri, with Pharah Mercy by themselves, you really just don't have any sustain whatsoever, especially to the Genji Queen from Poi and Nyamonia and the fast comp. Oh, the Freakus.
And looking at it here, really no almost for your side. Early Suzu is forced out of Wordy, so it could be kind of the go button for Odin. Taking some positioning here. Neptune in the backline puts some pressure, but Senemi once again will not survive. And 2 quick kills again for the Freakus Poi on the Jungle Queen, making it work extremely well. Odin getting bullied over in the corner there by the entirety of the Freakus roster, and the pharmacy once again has to try to retreat over side. Maybe Neptune actually gets to spawn this time and not fall off the map, but yeah, 50% here for the Freakus and counting, and still no almost on either side ready to go.
Yeah, especially with forcing Suzu, that was the go button. I just don't know if they were calling targets too much. I saw they were both looking at Big Milk, but Tsunemi does get the pick onto Nyamonia, hitting their go button right now, and I'll give it back to you.
Yeah, shuts down that blade buildup here, potentially mid-fight, but here comes the first ultimate of the map here. Is going to find over on towards Wordy. Do they get the res? They do. And now, with both DPS gone here for the Freakus, it will be a Valkyrie pot for good measure, and that will be the point flipping here for the Moon Baboons. And I'm not sure that Valkyrie is completely necessary, but it does keep everybody alive here.
Yeah, this is going to be very scary here for the Moon Baboons to have to hold for like 3-4 fights, especially when you're going up against 5 very fast-paced ultimates. We are going to see Poi here swap to the D.Va, which is an interesting look trying to stop the Neptune. But I think after seeing Barrage, it's not as much necessary if you can just force out Odin.
Yeah, on a really awkward slide there from Big Milk, I believe. Might have got booted down by the far, or just slid off the high ground there. And Wordy opting to use the Casino Rush down 2 here. See if they can possibly equalize over on a Senmei. They do get that kill, but Pneumonia has to run and try to get a Mega Pack. They have Strudel with the Casino Rush for the response here. And now the Resurrect over onto Senmei. So there's a 5-on-4 on the point here. Trying to get the Resurrection back, but Big Mouth once again finds Solo, but a well-placed defense matrix keeps the Sojourn alive, and now repays it with a kill over on towards Neptune. Now, the Freakus have flipped this point back over. Big Mouth using that overclock over on towards the point. Will find Chartron in the sky. Enemy so close, can't build a high noon. And Odin opts to hold on to that annihilation, but now you have some ultimates coming back for both teams. So it should be very back and forth, but once again, Freakus maintain control.
Yeah, I think the very scary thing here for the Moon Baboons, especially seeing that Blade B combo. You can kind of just run on, especially since the Moon Baboons don't have any kind of response from the Freakus doing that, other than just ripping Annihilation, hoping that Nymonia gets scared. But with B, it's not going to be scary.
2 quick kills here instead of using the high noon in the middle of to nowhere. The Blade to follow up these final kills here over onto Orden. Can't even pop the Annihilation. 10% here for the team, and that will be the Freakus taking our first point. Senemi probably can't get back in time over on the Trace, especially to play on the hunt. And like you said, just too many ultimates, too much early progress gained by the Freakus there on Night Market. And now let's see if there's any adaptations here from the side of the Moon Baboons. You know, Neptune's already in there doing mid-map VOD reviews and calling the strats, so see what he comes up with here.
Yeah, I think what Neptune's team kind of has to do here, I don't think they can play the Fire Mercy, especially when playing against the fast comp from the Freakus, just due to not being able to have sustain for Odin, especially when playing with the Kirika, instead of something like a BAP or an Ana, where you just get less heal. But those would be even scarier playing against the Freakus. So I don't know, we're just going to have to see what Neptune's response here, which is opting for the TP, so probably a fast character. We're going to probably see the Genji come out, and it's going to be identical backlines, and it's just versus Ram versus D.Va.
Yeah, the Ram versus the D.Va here, so you gotta see where they're maybe opting to take this fight, maybe opting to go more towards the point rather than this open area, because Poi might just eat them for lunch here if he's allowed to play out in this open on the D.Va. Of course, one of his signature heroes here. Odin instead opting for a bit of a pillar hold here. Big Milk on this off angle towards the bridge, gets some pressure up, but in her early form is forced out. Does force out some Aqua rotations here as Word gets caught in that Nano Swarm. Can't get through the window. Now Big Milk down for the deflect from Neptune, so good opening here for the captain, finding 2. Pneumonia goes off the side of the map. Kamisapoku keeps us no ult charge for the enemy team. Good strategy there from Logan, but we are going to have an early flip here for the Moon Baboons, looking much better with Neptune and Genji playing a lot faster.
Oh yeah, the Baboons seem to went very, very fast and early, like earlier than I was expecting, especially with Foreign. I think they just caught the Freakus off guard when they thought they had the faster comp, so they just had to retreat, and then Neptune getting the nice deflect kill kind of helped us secure the fight.
Yeah, and Poi opting in for the Jungle Queen once again here. Was working very well over on Night Market, but now with control of the point, both deflects force from these Genjis here. Big Milk still not really with the team just yet. May look opting for a bit of an offense, but slides in. Book has already fallen. In the meanwhile, down here Lucio, no reals engaged here now, and now Neptune goes into White Room with the dash resets, finding over on towards Wordy. And with these quick kills coming through, once again, the Moon Baboons have made the adaptations, it appears. And now it's up the Freakus to be on serve here, try to bring this back. Still sticking to the same comp, but looks like so far.
I want them to hold close right now. I want the Baboons to get in close, use that early rush, and just run them over for another team fight and build ults. So these would be so beneficial to your team if you just went in early. It looks like they are just going to opt to use it for when they start pushing point.
Yeah, maybe looking for that White Room rush here to go on in very aggressively here. Surprising Neptune doesn't have a blade for all the kills he's got so far. Maybe just a final blows merchant here. We'll have the Genji 1v1 occurring over on towards the side. Deflect force out of Neptune. Still no real progress gained here. Odin does get pulled in by the knife. Has to use shield acquisition here, but they still have the rusher from Strudel should the engagement really start here. But just a very slow approach here right now. Trying to stop from going through, but the blade comes in towards the White Room. Can he find one? Neptune with one. Neptune swinging for another. Falling low, Big Milk, 1 HP. The Arc in exchange, but the kills are here for the Moon Baboons. Pneumonia is over onto the point, has blade to the option to use it, but is 10%, dies instantly. A Genji blade in 2025. Shaq on the Celtics gift right there. But now we have Senemi going towards the spawn area, opting that overclock. Took a poke with a touch, but it is going to be just that Wordy. Both sports down. Big Milk slides into the window, slides in DM, and slides right back to spawn. Boy, will not last very long here. Annihilation for good measure, and a much more dominant showing here from the Moon Baboons on this point. And now we're going to see a more of a brawly style once again on Control Center. Moon Baboons, good bounce back. Hatsune Freakus have to adapt.
Yes, it's very nice here. I wish they did hold a little bit closer, but hey, they showed me wrong. They proved that they can do whatever they want and still get immense value. Especially how they built a blade and rush well before any of the Freakus were able to build ults, just because they kept winning fights back to back to back. But we're gonna have to see if they can have the same dominant showing here, especially on Control Center where it's a little bit closer. You don't have any like real open space too much. We're just gonna see how the brawl works out in White Room.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is on the White Room as well, on last point, why were they playing so slow. They just kind of stood there. They got a knife over into Odin, forced out an early cooldowns, and just stood there menacingly in the corner. So see if there's been an adaptation here in terms of tempo. Pneumonia leading the charge, running right towards point. But still, right room control here early for the Moon Baboons. Knife not quite going to land there. Poi opting instead to take this shoreline area, the coastline. Trying to put some pressure, but white room control seemingly much more dominant so far. Again, a nice axe and knife over on towards Odin. Neptune goes in on the aggression. Might get punished here. Falling very low. Pneumonia capitalizes on that. No real follow-up there for the Genji. For the Moon Baboons. Now here comes the shout over in towards the white room, but Poi flying low. Has to back off for now. Space still maintained here by Hatsune Freakus, and that will be a point flip in their favor. And trying to get out their lives here is the Moon Baboons.
Yeah, so it was a very interesting fight, especially on Neptune went in kind of like 1v5, and his team wasn't able to follow up due to just having like a slower tank. Ramatra, if you burn form too early, you're kind of just like a walking duck. But we're going to have to see how they play here. Coast side was very interesting from the Freakies, but it seemed to work out in their favor. We have to see how they're going to play this next fight, hold on a little bit closer.
Yeah, I mean, maybe knowing that Odin's on their Ramatra make it a little harder to close the distance across the point. Got their DPS up on that high ground, made Neptune make the first play and gets punished. So a good opening here for the Freakus, good adaptation right now, but both teams still playing this very slowly right now. Here comes the dash again from Neptune very early, but Suzu will keep the back line alive, and the dash through again one from Pneumonia will punish over on towards Neptune for the overaggression, and they'll once again be the Freakus holding, and Neptune's going to need either to change how he plays, or the whole team's going to follow him in, because the 1v5 Genji plays are not working so far. Oh, but boy. Wait, fight's not. Yeah, fight's technically over, but they're gonna get the 5v4 advantage. Poi has yet to respawn. Tukpa going here for the taxi as well. Pneumonia falling low, has to back up. Still, it's a 5-on-4 over on towards the point. Casino rush out from Strudel, kinda flips this over in their favor. Early Suzu out from Wordy here. They get no kills, but they do get the point flip. Once again, and Poi, I guess, just going a little too deep in the spawn there.
Oh yeah, looking at this especially. We're going to see Rush come out by Wordy going on a point though.
Yeah, they're still going here. Neptune and Pneumonia over into a white room, but a blade from Pneumonia into the back line here. Both blades are exchanged, but Neptune is taken down, and Pneumonia hacking and slashing in the back line. Odin 2% away from Annihilation, cannot pop it, can't get a free form reset here. But just the return, once again, all 5 members for the Freakus. It was really not a contest once again. And Neptune swapping up the Genji, going on the Fari here. Might be a little harder to play, but opting more for that coastline play apparently here. But look at the offense for the side of the Freakus, could be big.
Yeah, especially looking here, you're going to really want to look out for this Queen ult versus Strudel's cleanse. We're going to see how much gets cleansed or what gets hit, because you're going to want to preferably use it before Charbitron does build that 5% to the beat. But it looks like they are just going to have the beat for the answer. Now going in 3 ults versus 2, we're going to see how the OC from Big Mill also just kind of scares away for this final fight.
Oh, and early Suzu is forced it. It could be a huge play right now. Odin goes in the backline here. Does force all out ultimate, but Big Milk is down. And despite a nice beat as well as a rampage on the point, 2 quick kills here. Make it 3 for the Moon Baboons. A big advantage for them right now. Took a poke 1 HP, trying to get away over on the coast side. Poi trying to get 1 for the stat line, but will instead be sent back to spawn. And does flip in a very heavy investment there from the Freakus in a lost fight. And looking at the supports, or looking at the ultimates for the side of the Moon Baboons, they're getting close.
Yeah, I think the one thing you need here from the Moon Baboons is just to live the OC if they're going to use it first. Just one fight and a huge boot by Neptune, winning the fight prematurely with a question mark coming out.
Yeah, Pneumonia obviously not too pleased with that boop. Apparently they're out of the spawn door seemingly. Sent back again, and what that does, it allows Neptune to build another 20 or so % towards his barrage, which could be a huge fight turn, especially in these tight corners here on control center. Hitting his head there, a bit of a doink on the boosters there, but Poi once again falling solo. Poi's taking so much damage just on rotates here. Pneumonia going through white room with the roll, trying to find something here, but the barrage is there to meet him. They are going to get an even exchange here, though, so 1-for-1. Strudel, obviously a much bigger target here down. That Casinos can use it here and send me down. Both ultimates now gone for the side of the Moon Baboons. It's just a tank off on the point, but Tukipuk is there to keep Poi alive through all the process, through all the anger, and just a timely pick on a Strudel there. Strudel survives with the Casinos. Might be a very different story, but just trying to get back towards the point here. With the rush, the high noon popped, and a bit of a defeat there. And the Freakus with the clutch plays at the end to take our first map of Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate, especially seeing your 2 teammates who both were 99% to ult falling down right before they were able to click their Q button. That would have been map deciding. Unfortunate, but we're gonna have to see if they can just keep playing a little bit better, and if they could just live a little bit longer in the fight, maybe we'll see a map 2 win here for the Moon Baboons.
I mean, we're definitely seeing both these teams, the adaptations we were kind of expecting with Poi and Neptune on both these teams. You know, the shot calling, the IGLing, they were on the mark, it seemed, with a lot of their calls, and now we are going to send ourselves to a quick little map break here before map 2. We'll see where the Moon Baboons do take us. Of course, it is their map pick, but we'll have to wait and see inside this break. Do not go anywhere. Overwatch Clash will continue after this. WYND.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Aurora Overwatch Clash Season 7 with the Hatsune Freakus versus the Moon Baboons going into Esperanza here for the second map after we saw the Hatsune Freakus win map 1 with a score of 2-1 on Lijiang.
Yeah, honestly, a really kind of back and forth map there. We saw Night Market really heavily favor the Freakus, then Garden go heavily in favor of the Baboons, and really back and forth affair over on towards Control Center. So I'm expecting to see a very similar look, but we do see some swaps here for the move Baboons with Neptune over on towards the tank, Strudel on the DPS, and Odin on the support, Tedium in off the bench over on support. So completely new look here for the move Baboons. But, you know, you've been saying the Scrimbucks have been leaked that Neptune usually loses this map, but in overtime. So maybe if he just clutches up for one more fight, they can take this one here.
Yeah, especially you're going to see here is GM Tank versus GM Tank. I'm very interested how both of them IGL their team. If either one shows a little bit of flaw, the other one's going to take advantage of it. We're going to have to see how both of them are going to be playing out here.
Well, I mean, is Neptune really playing a tank? It's kind of a DPS with 800 health, but we'll have to see how we go in. Both these teams opting for side control. For Neptune falling low, has to use a block here. Pneumonia trying to melt him down with that focusing beam, but with the very explosive fight there as 4 quick kills for the Hatsune Freakus just melt through any health the move Baboons had, and that's gonna be a quick reset.
Yeah, looking at it, I don't know, after the first map too, Neptune might just need to calm down a little bit. He might be a little bit nervous trying to go in for his first game debut with his team. But if he can just play a little bit slower here, his team will be golden here. You just have to see how they're gonna do.
See us that opt in here, Boy controlling this area a little bit, but high ground does get blocked in with that wall, but the jump away from the Winston will keep him nice and healthy. Pneumonia though gets picked off from the side over on the off angle. Strudel holding that high ground for defender's side, but they do exchange out here. Tokipo going for the 1v1 against the Cassian, going to win this one out, it appears, and yes they do. There are a lot of exchanges going over on towards the point here as Neptune has found 3. Now it's just Tokipo over on the point, trying to run away from Senemi and Neptune, but looks like Duke got the moves to get out of this one. But 4 to 5 meters is all they're gonna get.
May I add, I love Hazard, right? You just go and do a 2v4, you kill 3, and it's like, oh, okay, fair, you know, you won the fight, good job. But anyway, good job coming back here. You're gonna putting onto the pressure here. Ults are fairly even, except for you're gonna see Senemi coming up 75 to OT.
Yeah, kind of a really split approach here. Pneumonia trying to get away, but they do get the Suzu in time. Wording having to use that vital cooldown here, but Pneumonia pays for that timely Suzu with the response back over on towards Senemi, pays the support for their help, and now we have a duplicate over on towards the Hazard from Pneumonia, gonna melt down Strudel with the help of Tookipuk. Once again, out for his 1v1. Neptunes will find one and take the bot for a couple seconds here, but probably not long for the world. As Pneumonia close to doing the ultimate here from Pneumonia, but doesn't land on anybody. They are going to quickly win this fight now, and only for a duplicate, a really economic affair there for the Hatsune Freakus. And once again, we'll probably get checkpoint here.
What a nade from Odin too, hitting Pneumonia from the spawn doors as well. But either way, using just that one ultimate to get checkpoint, which is such a vital thing, especially in a game mode like Push, where it just takes like 10 seconds to even push afterwards, is going to be very huge. Especially with only 7 minutes left in the clock and a 30-meter lead going into the next fight.
And a 30-minute lead, oh my god, we're going to be here for a while.
Oh
but
yeah.
4 ultimates for the side of the move Baboons here, trying to go forward, open things up with Senmi, using that overclock with a beat in response from Tookipuk. Comes Strudel out with his Hatsune rush, and still no kill spawn for either side just yet. Pneumonia stuck in a small room with a Hazard. Not long for the world, and Tookipuk will get out through the bus stop. Boy, just trying to save as much time as possible, get potentially a good spawn for a couple teammates here. But the Neptune using the ultimate here are going to get punished for that overaggression. Now it's a 4-on-4 over on towards the point. Big Milk controlling the high ground, 70 points to low, gets the nano from Odin, but getting surrounded by the opposition will find Big Milk, and Semi with another Senemi with 2. Odin with a timely nano, keeping the Sojourn alive. Despite Neptune's bit of a oopsie, it looks like they will do just enough for Senemi finding the 3rd in this fight. It will be a Poi game, finding revenge for the squad, but not nearly enough. A great play there. This fight's still kind of going on, but the entry from Odin as well as the sleep forces Trauma Rage away, and another ultimate sort of thrown to the wayside here from the Freakus as Poi just trying to get back to the team, trying to get anybody alive, but then already stacking himself out here, WYND. They're still going for here, 3v3 and early Suzu on here from Tedium. No ult for your side. Strudel trying to run back from High Noon, or run back from spawn, squeeze the possible can with a High Noon. Casino Rush for space, Gardner here. Poi 1 HP, but stays alive just through all that. Big Milk with the Casino Rush using the visor, melting him down. The block from Neptune not nearly enough to keep him alive, and somehow Big Milk survives all that pressure. Wardian took a puff with the support on that visor, and somehow, despite all this fight is still going on, but I think it's finally going somewhat the way of the Freakus. Yes, the Freakus might finally have this one in the bag, unless enemy has another miracle up his sleeve.
You know, we almost saw 6 ults used from the Moon Baboons in a single fight if Teddy had just lived for a second Kitsune rush. That was a 5 versus 5 ult fight for the course of 2 minutes, but hey, looking out here for Hatsune Freakus, the only thing that really changed here is the clock went down from 7 minutes down to 5 while you were still having a 40-meter lead is very advantageous as now the pressure's going to be on the Moon Baboons.
Boy, kind of stuck here with the wall. They're going to use the ultimate. Does land over on towards 2. And Neptune going to clean that one up. If they can survive this one just using these 2 ultimates, could be a big turning point for the Baboons, but somehow, once again, Point Big Muck clutching this one up for the team. Trying to bring it back here. Big Muck gets stunned by Odin. And in the meantime, Wordy has fallen now. It's just Poi on the point. Odin trying to keep Neptune alive. The big monkey in the small bubble trying to do something around this wall. Odin just cowering in fear behind the big muscular tank of Neptune. And now the 3v2 over on towards the point. This is just so chaotic when these teams take a 1v1 seemingly every single time. Just devolving Overwatch.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a scrappy fight. You do see Nana come out here from Odin onto Neptune, getting the pick onto Poi. She's going to be moving to the next fight win, I believe here. Now, honestly, if you're looking at this, you're going to be very happy if you're Moon Baboon trying to get to that next checkpoint. Looking, but hey, another 2v4 with Hazard and +1 kills, you know, and it just keeps on going.
Yeah, especially with, you know, you did get the checkpoint, but didn't get too far after that. So if they can't clutch this one up here with all its ultimates for the Hatsune Freakus, the Baboons have a great chance. Senemi opening things up early here with the overclock, just sliding on in, trying to find one to get a final. Can use the beat! That's a huge pick for Senemi, but the blade from Pneumonia will find Odin Senemi down as well. So it's a big advantage right now for the side of the Hatsune Freakus, but another ultimate built up here by Neptune. However, didn't land on anybody that could possibly get. Big Muck was stuck in a corner, but inside the building, nice, safe, and sound. And that will be a flip here, and only using the blade, only Primal, still both Primals ready to go for the Freakus. A great fight for them here.
Yeah, especially the Freakies, you're still at both support ults. You can kind of just save the beat for whatever comes out as the first threat here, or just to play aggressive. But not only that, you also have Kitsune, which is going to be very aggressive here. They're going to try to establish their dominance. As the Baboons still have not gotten checkpoints, they're still going to be waiting here, but we're going to have to see how they play out here as they're starting to walk up onto each other.
Boy, just jumping away from that wall so far. Strudel first to fall. Big Milk on the high ground with the visor close, ready to go. But a Casino Rush might just be enough here from Wordy. And the anti over on towards Neptune. The beat comes in from Teddy and does low over Atlanta 4, but Tookie Poke responds with a 4-man beat of their own. And now the Casino Rush visor once again for Big Milk. We'll find one, but the kills for team are here. As we have more progress made by the Freakus and potentially a stagger on a Senemi. Senemi trying to get away. Senemi 1 HP dodging, but cannot dodge Sniper Monkey for too long.
Alrighty, here though, the Moon Baboons, you have to be very well here. You're coming up on your one ultimate. While you do see the Hatsune Freakus are going to be waiting until their Monkey ult, which is at 60%. You got to play with this ult, but bot is getting left for Odin here as they're just trying to make space.
Strudel flying low, getting healed up here. Tedium very low. Tedium gets punished here for the overaggression by Pneumonia. And once again, just this like almost comp game mentality of take 1v1s is not going well here for the Baboons. Neptune 1 HP again. Neptune down. And now the Baboons once again sent packing as the Freakus just continue to push this lead, continue to take the carts. And they've used anything else for that here.
You know, I think you summed it up perfectly. The comp game mentality here. It's the comp game mentality from the Moon Baboons, but we're seeing like the coordinated ish coming out from the Hatsune Freakus, especially how you're gonna have Blade and Primal coming up for the Nano and Nano Downpour and Deuce of the Moon Baboons.
Early Suzu is forced here from Wordy. Big Mel taken down by Senemi, so if they can just keep this down to a duplicate fight, it could be big for the chance of potentially bringing it back. Only a minute left in the bank and over 44 meters to go. Strudel going to lose that over on towards a duplicate. We do have another ult here from Neptune. Lands over on towards Poi, gets the monkey's toes somehow. Locking it down, however, Pneumonia, things winnable. Ops uses Blade here, finding a second here, so 3 quick kills in response here for the Freakus in the Mega Room Brawl. And the bot just barely gets over middle here, but they're gonna take it right back, and the Freakus just so clutch. And now 4 or 5 seconds left in the bank.
Alrighty, you got 2 ults versus 3 ults here from the Baboons. It is looking a little bit grim, but hey, with a Hazard, anything can happen here. All you gotta do is start playing a little bit coordinated, punish out the backline, and there's chances.
At 2 quick kills here, Senemi has got to come big with the overclock here, looking for anything, but only finds the end of Pneumonia's blade. Dash on through slicing and dicing, and now 21 seconds left in the time bank, and checkpoint once again secured. It's looking rough here. Just one nano's all you got. Going against the Primal, the Beat, and the Casino Rush.
Hey,
It's looking rough.
If there's a will, there's a way, though, you know? We're going to have to see the Moon Baboons here clutching it up. Coming out, opting to touch here, but we do see the crash out from the high ground.
Nano over on towards Neptune, though, trying to force Poi out here. Poi pulling this area. The timely beat allows Poi to hold on to Primal Rage for just a couple seconds longer. Here, Casino Rush over on towards the point, as well as Big Milk using that visor once again, taking down almost immediately, but Poi's in the back line, and he's angry. Using the Primal Rage, finding 2, finding 3, as Poi coming alive on the Winston. And sadly, the Freakus just sending the Moo Baboons back to space. With a very dominant showing Esperanza.
Oh yeah, going in, it is comeback century though. If you're here for the Moon Baboons, going down 0-2, but hey, anything can happen still. We're gonna have to see what the next game mode comes out. We might little bit of leaks. I'm gonna see my prediction here. I'm gonna think we're gonna see a Blizzard World come out here from the Moon Baboons. What are your thoughts going into map 3?
Is this insider trading? Like, I don't know what's going on here.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Where do you take Poi? We've seen that Poi kind of in the past. The limitation has been maybe like that Winston look, but if the Winston is looking this good for Poi, there's really nothing you can do to counter that out. So you got to play to your strengths, and honestly, that might just be kind of what we saw on map 1. Maybe put Teddy more on towards the DPS. I'm not so sure what we're gonna see. I'm about to say definitely probably not Charvatron on the DPS, but I've seen stranger things. Odin back on the tank. Neptune support here. Charvatron.
I think I got it.
Neptune Baptiste, you think you're going to see it on Blizzard World here?
I think it's going to be Blizzard World here.
That being said, we'll have to wait and see what exactly it's going to be, but we'll go to a quick map break while we're waiting for the map to come on in. Do not go anywhere. Actually, no, hold on. We've already got Blizzard World. We're just going to stay here because I assume we're pretty quick.
Insider trading info here. I see Neptune go to support, and I know exactly what they're going to be doing here. We're going to have to see if the Scrimbucks is going to help out here for the Baboons, though.
Appears there will be a bit of a swap coming here from the Freakus.
Oh, we're going to see the 6th player come in, I believe, is Big Brain. I'm pretty sure.
I would believe so. That might be the case. So our first look at the rookie Big Brain here, potentially. I guess now, since we're waiting, we can go to quick map break, so don't go anywhere. Overwatch Clash continues after this. And welcome back, everybody, to the Overwatch Clash Season 7 Week 1 matchup between the Hatsune Freakus and the Mood Baboons. Mood Baboons hoping to avoid the sweep here on Blizzard World. And like we were talking about, the Insider Stock Exchange here, Neptune on the Baptiste. And this count you're talking about before the match started is to look out for Neptune on this Baptiste. What should we expect to see here? A lot of damage or just like well-timed immortality fields, you know?
I think the scariest thing here is going to be full team rotates immediately, called all by him, as he's just going to be able to see the entire battlefield and then just make the best optimal plan for his team to take space and look at opportunities.
Another recall here, though, was forced out of Tedium, so he's playing a bit slower here. Already taking mid down. Tedium going really deep in the backline here, but Megbev first to fall here as Odin, you know, not quite dying that lock, but 3 quick kills here for the side of the Mood Baboons, pushing into this point. Just took a book on the tank here, trying to do something on this hazard, but just blocking and just stacking himself out a little longer as Odin just rocks his world. And that will be point A, going the way of the Mood Baboons, is making a stagger on Big Brain here as well, but maybe where he goes for a touch. But a great start here for Mood Baboons on this new look, new comp.
I think right now this is what the scariest they've looked all night so far. I'm not gonna lie, especially playing with a fast Sig is not something you normally see here, especially playing with Lucio Tracer. But we'll just see how the shield takes space. That's probably what they're playing for, just to get another pick. Or DPS.
World's fastest spam comp just dropped, guys. Speaking of fast, Tedium gets melted immediately, picking that header on the corner as Big Brain lands the shots. Now we do have a bit of a retreat called here from the Baboons, not wanting to take this fight down Tedium. But Wardy maybe trying to get one more on Neptune, but Neptune with the moon boost jumps high. This guy boy might get punished here as Semi jumps on the high ground, but the boop on down. Neptune no longer having that immortality field, and Tedium once again down here from Big Brain. Big Brain just melting down Tedium. And the winner not find too much here as the spawn hole begins, it appears, for the side of the Hatsune Freakus.
That was a very interesting window, personally, because you see Neptune and Trebetron both at 1 HP staring at a hazard using window while he's blocking. But we're going to see 3 ults here come out by the Hatsune Freakus. Pulse coming out first and doesn't hit anybody.
41 HP gets out, which is a sliver there. Over onto his side, Tedium now in the backline have his own pulse bomb, but Semi opens up with the overclock on the high ground. Poi taking a bit of damage here, but the beat comes out, but doesn't quite land over on towards Big Brain. Just a one-man beat from Poi. Absolute selfish gameplay here from the tank player. You hate to see this, as now the kills are coming here for the Mood Baboons, pushing him back into spawn. Togepuff trying to get out, but cannot, as Enemy slides over and hits that shot. And now you're probably going to want that all back from Poi. But you still have 4 more to go.
I'm not gonna lie, Poi just wanted to have the feeling of an 800 HP again. Now that's what I took away from that interaction. But going into here, you still have the 3 ultimates here from the Hatsune Freakus playing on the defense versus the 3 ultimates here on the other side. We're gonna see Flux comes out first. Hits Poi. Where's Beat? Nobody knows.
Oh, no beat for that. And that's gonna be 2 quick eliminations here. Odin with a nicely timed Flux. Wardy trying to get out there, blinking away towards the spawn, but Tedium is on the hunt, looking for a tracer, but the healing Ofuda there from Big Brain are simply too much to overcome. Using the ult here, but they don't get a touch! We have a C9 there. The Ticketbook can't use that. That must be a assault for Ticketbook. You gotta expect that, right?
Hopefully. I mean, hey, you hit 3, but sadly, all 3 were sitting on the objective here, pushing as fast as humanly possible. As now Tuki does get 1 before leaving, getting his pick on his enemy before getting booped and killed by Charbotron, going into the 3rd point here with 4 minutes 15 seconds on the clock.
And Ticketbook sticking with the hazard here, so perhaps there's a bit of a misplay there on the ultimates. Trying to get that touch. Like you said, sticking the enemy to the cart with 3 so they can push it even faster. Perhaps not the best play, as Enemy just melts through the window on towards Big Melt. Charbotron fighting for her damn life on point as Wordy is there in the tracer, but Neptune's here for the peel, but Charbotron jumps on the pulse bomb, good damage as the president covers the grenade, but nobody's in danger except for her. And now Wordy on the tracer, taking some names over on towards the point. And they will force a retreat for now, but Mood Baboons playing time left in the bank, and Poi, just somebody stop this man, Lucio. He's going for spawn doors, going for solo beats.
Get him back on tank, please. Going in with the OC from Sunami, gets Big Mill, gets Big Brain.
Tuki 1 HP, Tuki kick, get out!
The 3rd one on the Tuki Pook here. Cleaning up for his team to be able to push into final fight territory, possibly, depending on how the Freakus play this year. 0 ults on the board except for both Tukipu and Poi, down 4 and B, and then coming out with the Flux from Odin.
Sonic said this best. This is Overwatch. Indeed. Poi 1 HP in the sky once again. Poi turning away the Suzu though. Keeps the team alive, and here goes a beat. It's a nicely 5-man beat here from Poi. Actually finding value on this damn character. And there'll be 2 1s on the back of that beat, and it will be another fight victory for the Freakus. But you got out a pretty big ultimate. If you are the Moon Baboons coming up to your Flux once again, no beat for the response.
Yeah, I think just one more fight, you get beat, you get window, you have Flux, you get pulse. What is a scarier combo? What's a scarier combo when you don't have beat, you know, or either support ult? When all you're gonna have here is high noon, pulse, possibly Hatsune, depending how fast you build it here, and then also high noon. You know, it's gonna be a little bit scary not having a support ult with all these ults, but here we go into the next fight.
What's gonna happen is Tukipu is gonna ult the Gravitic Flux here to force him down the ground. The whiff from the Swiffer whiff of the day! Dun, 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 dun. It's here! But the kills are here as well for the opposite side, despite it was just actually an Aura Flux that forced the team to just die. This is actually an incredible play from Odin here. Tari takes the 1v1 against Tukipu on the side. And now over 2 minutes left in the time bank.
The Swiffer Jet. Da 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 da.
Dun, 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 dun. Congratulations! There you go. Gotta get the full thing in there.
I think we also have to give that to Poi though when he hit just himself, you know.
It's technically not a whiff though. Did hit himself, I guess.
Well,
he got one.
It would be astonishing if you miss yourself with beat. But anyways, going into here with the Odin comp, with the Moon Baboons going onto the defense, which I think was a little bit scarier than their attack when we were little scrimbucks here, right? But we're just gonna have to see. Maybe. What are your thoughts? Blizzard World draws. First two games, and both are draws, both on Blizzard World. What are your thoughts?
Please no. That's all I can really think about. But because I would like to see the Moo Baboons kind of bounce back in the series, take a map here, and kind of maybe send some map forward, shake things up. But opting into the Zarya. I know you're a Zarya fanatic yourself here, WYND. What is your thoughts on the Zarya here against the Sigma? What's this matchup like?
I think, honestly, you just play for Reaper TP, you give him bubble, let him do his thing, harass Poi, right? He'll force beat. Or no, Poi's on their team. Force Neptune or Troubatron, just force out lane.
Well, you can force out Poi's beat by just him being there and nobody else around him.
That is true.
Just him being alone can force out the beat.
Look out for Big Mel getting value here with these TP bubbles. That's something we did on the Ramshackle Roosters last season, so maybe Tuki's taking a page out of my book, but we're going to have to see how the team plays this.
Yeah, I forgot you're a projectable merchant on Zarya. My apologies. I forgot speaking to a true legend of the sport. But Neptune down, caught jumping, looked like a Violet here on King's Row as Wordy just opening things up with these shots. 42% already towards that ultimate for the sights, and that might be pointing out the back of that stupendous pick. I mean, we have Teddy taking the 1v1 in the back line and losing.
Tracer,
Wait,
Tracer.
I'll talk about it after this fight, but Big Brain, Semi slides in for the touch. Enemy mortality field from Neptune, keeps him alive for a couple seconds, but not gonna land too much longer here. The Tracer 1v1 still going in the background, but Tukipu just melting down Odin through that eat. Neptune on the point, not long for the world, and taken down. You gotta love Tedium going in for the dive over on towards Wordy. Wordy grappling back to spawn, opting for Tracer, just coming back on Tracer for the 1v1.
Hey, listen, as a rookie, you gotta make your name known one way or the other by diffing out somebody else has been in the league for longer. That's the easiest way to get your name out in the league, you know?
Yeah, I like what I see there. And I mean, swapping after the point, having more pulse on charge too. Wordy putting in work so far on the attack in the opening pick. Now on Tracer getting that damage. But Odin swaps over onto the Ramatra here off of that Sigma. They don't quite get the bubble off their Big Milk, just simply forcing the enemy off that point with just presence alone. Pure girth and tonnage. And it's a good pick there from Neptune. They're just going to run away here. Not want to take this fight. They know they got the point. They got plenty of time. But, oh, Jesus. Yes. 2 quick ones there on the support line. And now Tukipu might get their charge reset here on the Zarya. Devastating. What do you think about the swap from Odin on the Ramatra here, you know, compared to the Sigma and that Zarya kind of matchup?
I think it's way more beneficial to have Ramatra instead of the Zarya. We're going to see Window come out here. Very interesting window here, personally.
Yeah.
Hatsune comes out here by big brain. And the plus Wordy gets 2 and puts down Tuki to 1 HP. They're going to have to retreat now. Big Mill getting Odin, Tuki getting Charbotron. I mean, hey, play into your counters as long as you got DPS line. They just click their Q button and it's like, oh, everybody's gone. You know, all your problems.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see when Neptune had the field force there. Didn't have it for the pulse bombs. Wordy just goes up on that clump, press the Q key, and goes a bit crazy now. Tuki has a Graviton Surge. Might use the Triforce out of C9 potentially. But Senmi using the overclock on the high ground. Beat in response here from Poi. Finding 4. He's going to be hitting attack field here first early. Big Milk goes in with the bubble. Try and build up towards the Death Blossom. And should they even need it? The Pulse Bomb is there. Lands on Tuki. That could be a changing play here from Tedium as now the 3-man beat from Charbotron. Team healthy on point. Big Milk having the Death Blossom. So they opt into it here. But Charbotron falling so low. Wraith forced. This is Senemi on the point. Just slides into carts. Didn't have time. Neptune from way downtown. Mr. comes back from spawn and lands the kill over the Big Map. Now spawns might just be too much here. Wordy trying to clutch again. Wordy is trying here. Tedium with 2 melee kills. The Tracers on Blizzard World are coming alive.
Holy, what a thrilling fight here. Now, I think it was going to be such a winnable fight if we could have just seen maybe a Graviton Surge on the bridge when there's all 4 sitting there. Personally, but hey, I mean, you have it for this fight. You have Grab Blossom. Let's see what you can do with that, you know? Hit a nice 5-man. They don't have beat anymore that you don't have to worry about and just go crazy. Big Mel getting to pick on to Teddy, though, right away.
Yeah, Teddy blinked in trying to chase over to Wordy, but just gets headshot and meleeed instantly. There comes Annihilation here in the back line, trying to force out some positioning here. No supports to help out, but the support is not needed as Big Milk with 3 in the Graviton Surge claims point B for the Hatsune Freakus.
I mean, hey, I call plays as I see them, you know? I see those plays, and I can just see, oh yeah, they're going to hit a fag, Graviton Surge, hitting the 3, even Lamp did not save Neptune there. But hey, go
Me when my team has one ultimate, and I think they're going to use that ultimate. The Oracle.
Going into your 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. They're going to probably see, depending how fast they push, even 2 minutes for each team. But either way, as long as you cap with time, that's all you're looking for here if you're part of the Freakus.
Yeah, and Big Milk going for the Cassie swap here. Instead of that Reaper, just rolls into a wall and gets melted down through the window. Unfortunate positioning there for Big Milk. As Semi cleans through this window. And that'll be it. And now the ultimates here for the Baboons are building. You're probably going to get a better time bank regardless here, no matter what happens. So we'll see what they opt to play for. Tendium hunting for the Pulse.
Yeah, honestly, looking a draw wouldn't be crazy, but you do see OC coming out from Tsunami, poking out Tugipu's a little bit out of position here with Odin running in on the Nemesis form. That's going to be a fight win going in. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left onto the clock here. Going in, pulses from both teams, nothing else really coming up close other than the beat from Poi. She's going to hit 1 again.
I mean, you get it overclock for 20 seconds, not too bad whatsoever. Does reset your Zarya charge, unfortunately, but the Pulse Bomb from Wordy again finds Chartron. Chartron jumps on the Pulse Bomb. It is not a trampoline, my friend. You do not go on it every time. The Pulse Bomb finds Poi. Both Lucios opting in for the trampoline gameplay. And that's going to be a reset force.
I mean, hey, if I could look at every fight and just trade Pulse Bomb for their Lucio, you know, it happened to both teams now, especially with Teddy getting to pick their stopping the aggression, letting his team stable here, waiting for their Lucio to come back. His next fight.
Graviton nice Graviton Surge, though. The Graviton Surge itself kill. And yeah, that window is definitely something. Maybe hoping they like right-click through the window to get more healing in the Graviton Surge. You gotta think what Neptune's going for here, but it just didn't work out.
Maybe Weaver? Nah.
Weaver!
Neptune would never pull out the Weaver here. Going into final point here. Minute 30 left on the clock. Three ultimates here for the Freakus. Having your High Noon, which is not really an ultimate, sadly, but your both support ult versus the Annihilation, the beat.
Yeah, Consumer Rush comes out early here. High Noon from Big Mouth finds Senimi. Now Poi with the beat, lands on all 5 members. Odin's Annihilation not doing too much here in the face of the Hatsune Rush. Simply too much healing. Charotron can't do anything. Senimi with the overclock, trying to slide out of spawn quickly. May they get touch with Neptune over on towards the Moy, but here comes touch from Tedium. 1 HP, just dies instantly. Can't even pop the Pulse Bomb, and they can't get a touch either. And exactly 1 minute on the clock. And they're going to cap, so a drawable situation is here.
If this draws, I might be the Oracle. Okay, I'm not gonna lie here. Coming in, I was saying it a little bit early. I think it might be possible because this is the same thing that happened to the Land Sharks versus the Empanadas. 1 minute versus 2 minutes here, just a draw. We're gonna see if he goes back-to-back draws. Maybe every week one game, Blizzard World will be a draw. Crazy take here. Crazy take.
Yeah, get that and write that down. Get this guy on the podcast. He's got something to say. Yeah, okay, so Neptune did confirm he got paid. He got paid on the jump. Dying instantly
Surely it won't
there.
happen.
Surely won't happen
Yeah.
again. But yeah, I mean, like you were saying, the Oracle might be coming true. You might be, be a little hard to hear, my friend, but you can see the future. So a good payoff there for you. Honestly. So we'll see if Neptune decides to get his head taken off here early.
If it is a draw, I'm gonna be crashing out mid-cast, guys. You're gonna hear it first. The first time WYND crashes out, you're gonna be on stream, okay?
20 max. He's still the GOAT.
Ana from Poi though, and getting off the Lucio, we're gonna have to see what this tank player can do.
I think just going for a bit of a nade here.
Yeah, tank player aim though, you never know. Mine is pretty ferocious, so.
He's going for the nade here. Playing balance, looking for a smoke early to open things up.
And the pick from Wordy on a Charmo.
Wordy has been huge on these attacks on this Widowmaker pick, just finding a support seemingly every time.
Big Brain though, Big Brain falls on the 1 HP.
Tookie Poke wins over towards the point, but the nade from Poi, the tank game was enough, but not enough. The Tookie Poke goes on down. The Ortani field keeps team alive, but Wordy swaps to get to the Tracer, takes down Tedium, the Senemi on the Sojourn, clutching up for the team. Senemi with the third Senemi in the skies now. Senemi, give Senemi the ace. Give him the ace. Come on. Oh, Odin. Oh.
Can we ban this guy? Get him out of Aurora. Stealing aces. Now.
Oh, the boop was enough. No, Charlotron couldn't get the boop in time. As Tookie Pook, the sad life of a ball player, just getting sucked down to the ground, and no Tix Gardner, but the draw is still in the air.
Mr. Booty, I was joking about the draw, please. I was joking about the draw, okay? If it does happen, I don't know. I might be a win trader, I don't know. Insider info, they're win trading. Going for the first Aurora map 9, you know? Drawing on every drawable map, you never know, going into here.
I mean, we are seeing a LeBrad James level performance right now out of Senemi on the Sojourn, clutching up for the team. Wordy is trying to put the Freakus in the backpack, but just not enough when you're going against this demon on the Sojourn so far from the Purple Apes.
Now, I do have one question for you here, Booney. What happens to the prediction in the Twitch chat if there's a draw? Do they all go to me? All the points go to me?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's from map 1, so
Oh, so it's still going on with EJ here saying drawable with the prediction 1. I thought there was a prediction going on for this map.
Somebody lost 1 point. Someone lost 1 point picking the Baboons to win Lijiang Tower. Unfortunately for them, they are gonna lose out on.
Savings are gone. He's trying to win big, you know.
Putting it all on red by just a single chip.
Single dollar on red.
They just look at you. You got like the bags under your eyes. You got the tattered clothing. You've been in Vegas for a week. You've lost everything. Just one final chip on red.
Free drinks every black. 2 hours, you know. You're losing your mind.
Yeah, going in. It appears just a bum rush right down the left side. Tookie Pook trying to build any energy over on towards the Zarya. We have Big Brain kind of alone on the high ground. Could be a Tedium look right now, but Tedium is too busy dealing with Wordy in the backline here. Is Wordy going crazy? We do have the Reaper TP as well from Big Milk trying to jump in on the opposition here, but Neptune has even time and the rock! But he has the Wraith in time.
Bubble, no Wraith. Is he going to fall down here? Was too early of a bubble? No!
Oh,
does Wordy. And you can't stable your teammates.
That might just be an Tedium.
Yes, Tuki does get Neptune though. Hold up.
But Silent LeBron has entered the server. LeBrad is in the server. Senemi finding the kills. Poi just having the worst losing mood I've ever seen. Is going slowly around the pillar. Was just not enough against Odin. By the way, no disrespect to Poi. We love the man here in the cast. Giving him some hard times. But Baboons are here. avoid the sweep, take our first map of Blizzard World, and continue the series.
You know what would have been crazy there? Hazard 2v4, all I'm saying. That would have gone crazy if we saw Tuki so reading go to the Hazard. I'm just saying here. I might not be the Oracle anymore, but hey, we're going into map 4 regardless here. With the score being 2-1 favoring the Freakus. Yeah, the Freakus.
Yeah, and we will have to see where we go from map 4 after a short break. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Overwatch Clash continues after this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Aurora Overwatch Clash Season 7 Hatsune Freakus versus the Moon Baboons. Your score is currently 2-1 in favor of the Freakus as we just saw Blizzard World come out from an overtime performance here from the Moon Baboons as they're going to struggle on, hold on to the little thread, the thread known of winning and going in for their, trying to go to map 5 for the series, possibly map 6. I'm getting a little crazy, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, maybe a map 6 in the cards. We don't know. We just had one. The last match was a map 6, so maybe 2 in week 1. Could be so lucky.
Map 5.
No, there's a. Oh, it was a map 5 with a draw. My bad. Yeah, it was 5 total maps with and a draw. I thought it was map 6. So I'm too excited, I suppose. But it's the same look here from Blizzard World for the Moon Baboons, but we have Pneumonia back in, Poi back on the tank, and your Scrimbucks are wrong, man. Playing the Zarya. Your insider giving you bad information. You have just lost billions on Trump coin. This is unfortunate.
I just got Poi. First point, he was 0-3, 700 damage. So, I don't know. He saw, I don't know. We'll see how he does here on the Zarya, though, against the Odin.
Neptune Mercy. Surely that's what going for here. Going for the damage boost here over on towards Tedium for the first shot. Jesus, Tedium gets to get that deflect right back at him from Pneumonia. And here comes the swaps. Neptune over onto the Baptiste, and Teddy sticking on to the Tracer. Yeah, same looks here. Pneumonia trying to hold high ground for now. Took a book up there to assist the Genji, but Hart will continue to move forward a little bit here. Big Milk just barely going to miss that dynamite. Okay, did land a Charlatron, does get one. But Pneumonia, an early deflect once again, forced to come in awkward territory here. Gets the bubble in time, but could get punished. Pneumonia won. Pneumonia gets out with the 1 HP in a bubble. Well timed from Poi, but Poi now has no bubbles for the assist here. As Tedium is in your backline. Recall is forced, but Big Milk, 1 HP. Odin has jumped up on the high ground. A nice group from Tukipuk. And Pneumonia there for the cleanup in the gas station. At the point, kind of stuck right now in the underpasses. Poi holding up onto this billboard. Immortal is forced on Neptune, and here come the kills for the Freakus as Poi. High charge, just melting down the opposition. And Freakus maintain the hold.
Yeah, we are going to see 78 energy coming out here from Poi. Very nice here. As you know, Zarya, like, if you win the fight and you keep your high energy, it's going to be so much beneficial going into the next fight, especially since there's still no ultimates on the board other than Neptune. Really been close to that window with Senemi. And then the Blade coming out here from Pneumonia very quickly. You can see jump shots from Teddy M trying to get a pick on the Widowmaker. Looking around with Tuki in the skybox coming down.
Oof.
With the pick.
But Tuki might get punished here. Tuki in awkward position, got stuck. 1 HP, Tukipuk riding the wave right now, riding the coastline, still alive. Tukipuk got the schmooze, and he's got his own life. And now is there for the pincer with the team. As Tukipuk will just repeat back to the squad. And that's another minute, just waste out the clock, just chasing Lucio around. A great play.
Yeah, we're playing games, but so is Neptune with the window getting Big Milk out of the picture. Odin getting Ammonia in his Blade. Going in here, you're up 2, especially on attack here. All you got to do is hold the pressure, have somebody sit on point, which it looks like it's going to be the Chibotron. He's going to be cruising here, and hopefully for point 2.
That's the Genji Blade in 2025, and then it's the Shaq on the Celtics, unfortunately. Just getting melted immediately, popping that Q. And now high ground in favor of the Moon Baboons, holding up here with Neptune melting down the team. Tedium looking for a target here. Pneumonia is forced to use deflect and force away. However, just dashes right into the overclock, and now Tukipuk very low. Senemi once again find the kills. Charlie using this beat for good measure, finds 4, and then we point A captured for the Moon Baboons. Big brain bit staggered there as well as the Gradtown Surge was just not enough there for Poi.
I mean, hey, you used effectively 1 ult. Ammonia not building too much ult charge afterwards yet though. But 1 ult for 2 here on the attacking side. I mean, that's what you look like. That's Overwatch, you know? If you attack, you play a little bit more. If you defense, you play a little bit less. We're going to see going in here, second point, 3 minutes left on the clock with the high ground here from Neptune and Senemi with the bubble on the Genji coming in.
You can see though, these values, just the bubble values from Poi is not getting a lot here on the projecteds. And there's another one. Now both bubbles gone for Poi, and Poi just taken down immediately and had just no charge to work with. So perhaps miscommunication come through from the Hatsune Mukis because these bubbles are really awkwardly timed. Pneumonia will try to get out there. Early Suzu is forced here from Big Brain, but just walks forward here with Annihilation. Bob over on towards the point, but Big Milk tread down by Senemi. However, Bob is preventing any progress over on the point. Pneumonia, but Senemi just on this offensive controlling the high grounds. Hitting the shots. Now Tukipuk is going to get staggered here out as well. The Hatsune Freakus, this looks like a completely different team than we saw in the first two maps.
I mean, hey, Senemi drop 1, Senemi drop 2. I mean, that should be good enough for you. With the window down here from Nep on the high ground, getting Big Brain. With Poi at 1 HP too. Jets is going to be going into third point shortly after here. Hopefully, as long as you can keep the pressure, keep everybody up. Look, Naimonia does get the pick onto Neptune, but Senemi gets traded out onto Tukipuk, and then he gets another Tuki's onto Naimonia.
Senemi again!
Third.
And now the swap here over on towards the Winston. Getting both support ultimates ready to pop, but 3 ultimates in the bank for the Moon Baboons. And yes, this is looking like a completely new series after that map 3 win on Blizzard World. And now Senemi with the overclock on the high counter. Boy, just getting melted in their own bubble. Pneumonia trying to take the Immortality Field in time. Does get out with the deflect as well. So you survive that ultimate here. Boy, opting to jump back up here. The blade from Pneumonia pops in the back line. No Immortality Field to save the team from this one. We'll find Senemi. The alpha threat has been identified and taken down. Both DPS exchanges. Odin trying to survive, but the bubble is blocking off the healing. The body block from the Winston here as well. And they're going to get staggered over on their mantra. And there you go. Finally, the stabilization coming through here. Only the blade used for that.
I mean, yeah, I think there's a world here where you just have to play so slow with Teddy. I'm just trying to play a little conservative for when Monkey jumps in. And then Odin has to play for a slow when Monkey's about to jump out. And then that's probably your best bet here. As Monkey goes in now.
The beat lands on only both supports here. The Casino Rush is still online. On the point, the Pulse Bomb not gonna find anything. Does force out a Suzu from Big Brain, but recall from Tedium has to get out here. It looks like they're trying to survive. They're gonna lose out on a Tedium. So they get out and survive strategy, not working, and Odin down as well. Now Pneumonia with the dash resets going into the spawn room with the help of Poi. And I think we're gonna need to see some swaps or different game style coming through from the Moon Baboons, because the dive looking really good so far on point C.
Yeah, something's got to change. Either it's got to be your play style or it's got to be your characters, and you just got to choose which one you want to do. But especially with Neptune on the support role, he's not really able to hard carry as the tank or the DPS. You kind of just have to trust your team and hope your team just plays very exceptionally well. Window comes out from Neptune, looking for a pick. Tuki just fall down to 1 HP. Going in, we got Tedium going, pressuring the high ground. Monkey jumps in onto the Cassidy. Oh, Lamb gets forced out. Going in, Neptune is getting split from his team, and Poi takes the opportunity. Big Brain getting Odin, and Naimonia getting the dash onto Teddy M, and that's just 1 minute left on the clock here for the price of 1 ultimate, 1 for 1 window for Primal.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that Tookie's been able to hold on to this ult for so long, the diamond hand, this is gonna be a crazy beat once it finally drops. Senemi taking some damage on the side here from the support, but Tukipuk might get punished. Tukipuk falling low, but does survive. Now, the Annihilation comes out on the back and doesn't land over onto Pneumonia, so they get a punish here over onto the Genji. Deflect comes out here, but Tedium chasing this down. Trying to get the kill, but Pneumonia wins the 1v1 and gets the mini in the back. Another high from Big Milk, creating so much space for the squad to follow up on any damage potential over on towards Odin, but Odin has the form of Neptune with the healing. Senemi and Tedium close to respective ultimates here, but Neptune can dove in the back line. The blade from Pneumonia in the back end. Poi will steal the kills, but damage was done with the blade. And now 18 seconds left in the time bank. They gotta just try to survive here and not give any more lives, because they got a touch potential for Senemi.
Yeah, especially still a pulse. High Noon coming up, another window, another beat. When all of that, the Hatsune and Freakus have his Katsune, which you're having to go fast. Better play. Neptune falls down to 1 HP, forces Lamp early. High Noon, he gets any pick.
Yeah, the High Noon just making a sitting duck out of Tedium there. Senemi with the pulse bomb, not gonna find anything. There's Big Milk on the high ground, uncontested, controlling the area. And that will be as far as they're gonna get.
2 points on to Route 66 going in for the Hatsune Freakus attack.
But, I mean, for Route, that's honestly a pretty good push for Route
yeah.
66. So, definitely still doable for the Baboons. Map 5 still on the cards here. But we'll see what the adaptations they make on the defense, because this once I swapped to the dive with Poi and the Winston, Pneumonia, and the Genji, it was looking like a completely different game for the Freakus there on point C.
I mean, yeah, you just have the coordinated dive with having somebody like Nyamonia on the Genji and Poi on the Winston. Just the coordination is just perfectly there. Whenever one goes in, the other shortly follows after, and then you just force out Lamp very early from Neptune. And it's just hard to play after that for the second dive coming in. But we are going to opt to see the Odin onto the Winston with sending me onto Reaper and then having Tracer from Teddy. Kind of a very fast comp here. We're going to have to see how they play it, especially when they're playing defense.
Yeah, very different. Look, we've seen Odin play lag more like the brawl tanks, you know, that I guess I should say ground tanks with the Sigma and stuff like that. But first time we're seeing a dive look out of Odin here over on towards the Winston. We're seeing what's gonna, and look at this. This is definitely a Neptune call. This is hey guys, come out on the top right. We're gonna rush him once the cart gets around the corner here. I'm gonna draw him up here. You know, yeah, they're holding the train cars here very closely.
Yeah, we're going closer.
Even closer. Go to spawn doors now. Oh, but the anti lands over ontowards Odin. Big brain hitting that from the spawn room. Perhaps they're potentially expecting that one to come through. Odin jumps on in very aggressively in the back line. And this is going to be a quick cleanup here on the A hold, on the spawn door hold. As Big Brain with the timely nades on the Ana looking great so far. And yeah, Tedium just maybe trying to get one for the troubles, but might get staggered out here. Yeah.
I think they made too much noise, personally. They went way too late, made too much noise, and Big Brain has a big brain. Who would have thunk it? And he went crazy with the nade potential.
Well, you know what? I think that Big Brain thunked it. That's what I'm going to say. But Boy does fall very low there. And forced retreat, Pneumonia falling so low here. Big Brain down. The head too large. Neptune finds the headshot. Too big of a brain, and now potentially another kill on a Pneumonia, but playing well inside Poi's bubble. Very aggressive diving from Odin here. Might get punished for that, but has bubble. And Neptune with the heals. Tedium does get out alive here as well. And now, once again, the close hold begins for the side of the Moon Baboons.
I mean, hey, they're playing to win. They're going to force the Hatsune Freakus. They have to pay for every inch of space that they want here, and I'm liking it. Nyamonia coming in. No deflag backline. Goes down very early from his enemy due to also the Hatsune rush from Neptune as they just go in. You're going to see Big Milk loses the race there. I mean, hey, touch spawn? Who's touching spawn door? Is it Neptune? I can see. Oh,
he was trying.
No.
And he saw Pneumonia and backed away. And now you look at it. Only 2 minutes left in the time bank, and they're still holding train cards. This is a great look so far from the Moon Baboons. We do have Tickful going for the C9 potentially. Pneumonia uses the blade, taking down immediately.
25 blade.
On
the point.
Oh,
Okay,
they realized, they learned.
I mean, hey, that's probably the thing you have to do. You just have to send somebody to pressure the objective to force the Moon Baboons to get off the point.
And did they nano? Did they Ajax to nano on a Big Brain with a blade from Pneumonia? Did he die instantly? I didn't see a nano go on anybody.
I didn't see anybody. It might have been an Ajax.
Oh, but Big Milk here in the back line. They do have the ultimate here from his enemy, but Boy pushing the Reaper into his team while he's ulting. The team player that is Boy. Big Brain 1 HP. Big Milk solo trying to get out.
1 HP, Poi's looking for one more for his trouble, but hey, he doesn't have jump against a Reaper. I mean, let's be honest here. You're still holding here. You just got the restaurant. Minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. How are you feeling?
Does the Oracle see map 5? We got to consult the Oracle. What do you see, oh great one? What's your crystal ball say?
I see Flashpoint next map. Maybe
oh baby.
That's what I see. That's what I see. Or actually, New Junk City locking it in.
Here comes the Gleason Rusher on the point. A nicely timed beat here, but Odin down early, so we might have spoken a little too soon here as Neptune melted in the Casino Rush. Chartron on point, trying to boot Pneumonia away for just a little bit longer here. Enemy melted down, and it will be the push continuing. Do they have another touch here? It'll be tough, especially if Teddy's gonna get staggered out, but
Teddy's just sitting there. I think he should have jumped off the map way earlier.
No, but Teddy might get the touch here.
For the touch? I don't think Teddy gets the touch. I think his Odin has to get the touch here. And then Teddy's able to apply pressure.
Yeah, here comes the touch. The boop just not in time. Take a book down! And now Big Milk trying to clutch things down. The rookie with 3! A huge Death Blossom here from Big Milk. keeps the team alive on Route 66. And now Odin.
My
Because of
goat.
the
Hey,
mercy.
my goat. Big Milk here. I'm rooting for Big Milk here, you know? He's going crazy tonight.
And
Going
also,
into second point. 2:30 on the clock.
shout to Rosaguba for hating both of us here when having the stream muted while watching in chat. You hate to see it. A legend of the sport disrespecting us. But here comes the close hole from both teams here. They bring force Suzy here pretty early. Here's a Tedium showing the blood in the water. Poi melted after trying to clean the high ground. And now Big Milk wants to right the way here. Does Tedium have any follow-up here with a pulse potentially here? Looking for the stick. Not going to find anything. As they don't want to push too far here. As they do have the response from Big Brain. Uses Casino Rush. Odin forces retreat. Pneumonia uses the blade. Senui with the Zip Blossom just creates the spaces. Pneumonia gets split off from the team. Odin jumping into a Casino Rush of Reaper. Not wise. However, the point still not moving anywhere here. As these two remaining players just have to die probably to get with the team. Yep, Chartron going right over towards the point.
Oh, the H-I!
What was that? Down 3, 1 HP, using the beats.
Got some
Oh,
level
no.
Lucio tactics here. Oh, that's so unfortunate though. Especially going into here, you don't have any ultimates to contest this with a minute left on the clock. It would have been so huge for Blossom. Is Poi gonna juggle them into their little space here? Let's see.
Here comes Big Milk here with the push. The TP up on the high ground. Potentially aware of this one. Big Milk using the Reaper on the high ground. Does force him away from the Casino Rush, but Senemi split from the team. Can't get the healing. Odin is so close to primary, but cannot build it as Pneumonia is slicing and dicing through the team with the resets. And here comes the beat for good measure from Tukipuk. That's 41 seconds, all in the bank. But they are going to cap on towards point B. Now 2 minutes to go about halfway through point C. And you got to think what would happen to the beat but available there from Charbotron.
Alright, luckily for them though, they do have their Primal coming up. You do see that the Hatsune Freakus don't have anything, and you have Pulse Primal coming up before. Hopefully you can use those ults before they get the Kitsune Rush, trying to force out and build another ult coming after, but that's probably the best hope, is to kill Big Brain quickly. Instead, they opt to get Tuki. I'm completely fine with that going in.
Yeah, both Luxes are exchanged here, but the spawns might be quite favorable right now.
Both teams
yeah, they
split spots on the map.
Flip map, but
Objective is getting pushed though slowly.
Boy down though, and Odin with the Primal Rage pushing further into spawn. This is just chaos right now. It's a 4-on-4 on the point. Pneumonia flying weaker, getting juggled here by Odin, but still no real deciding winner here for either team. This could be a Big Brain with a Casino Rush. Big Milk just pumping the damage with the shotguns. But they got to get some back to TP for Neptune to get back, but Odin down and a Chartron as well. Senemi trying to clutch up with the team, but finds nothing but a bubble on the other side. That Blossom. The blade from Pneumonia for good measure to finish it off. And that will be the Freakus taking over and taking the third map, taking the series 3-1. As they get off to a good start of the season.
I'm not the Oracle, all I'm gonna say, okay?
Unfortunately, we spoke too soon on point A. That was the caster curse of a century if I've ever seen one.
Sorry to the Moon Baboons, I'm sorry. I threw your game, my bad.
Yeah. That's
Now,
on both of us.
Did look pretty promising today, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're gonna have to be looking at them future into the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that one. Now we're in the enviable position of selecting, an MVP here. There are so many good options for the side of the Hatsune Freakus. There's a lot of kind of standout players, and I'm feeling almost like any of these rookies here. Like Big Milk showing up, very consistent player on the DPS role, but Wordy having the pop off moments. So honestly, I'll leave it to you, but I kind of want to give it to a rookie here and get their thoughts.
I kind of think I want to get Wordy in here. I think Wordy popped off, especially on the Tracer against the Teddy M. Somebody who's a veteran in Aurora and just being able to do so much still on the Tracer, especially going in for the 1v1 personally. So yeah, I would give it to a Wordy here.
Yeah, we can go ahead and give it over to Wordy, see if we can pull them in for a quick interview. Where are they? Freaky Wordy. And there they are. Congratulations on the win, Wordy. Your first game in Aurora comes up for a big W. Honestly, just initial thoughts after your first win and getting a 3-1 dub with the squad.
It was a lot of fun. I had a good time on Blizzard World for sure. Some big stickies. A lot of flanks. Fighting with Teddy was a lot of fun. Those duels on the sides.
Oh, I would bet. How did you feel? I believe it was it you on Tracer and Teddy went from Widow onto the Tracer and you guys just dueling in the spawn while your whole team's 4v4?
No, you have
Yeah.
it flipped. It was
Oh,
Wordy on
Flip,
Widow, and then
you
Oh
were on
yeah,
the
yeah,
Widow.
yeah.
How,
Yeah,
how did
that
you feel swapping the Tracer going on to fighting Teddy there in the spawn room?
Um, you know what? There's worse things that could have happened. I think I ended up winning the fight, or we at least both went our separate ways. But it was a nice little surprise coming out of spawn.
and of course you guys being like the projected top team in power rankings here, at least one of the top teams in power rankings. Did that have any pressure on the squad? Are you guys kind of going in thinking like if we just play our game, we can probably win? Just what kind of expectations, I guess, since it's week one, the expectations for you, the rest of the team going forward here, being so highly touted preseason?
We're trying to stay pretty relaxed about it. We're not having super high expectations, so we're not disappointed. Uh, but I think we're feeling pretty good. We're improving every scrim so far, and I think this game was a good showing of that.
WYND, you got one, or is it time for El
Aw,
Clasico?
I'll give him El Clasico. All right, Wordy. Listen up. If you could give MVP to anybody else on your team except for yourself, who would you give it to and why?
It would be Big Milk for that performance on the last map right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
we
Reaper
we
was
also
going
were
crazy.
deciding between you and Big Milk the entire time, after the game. So we just remember the pulse bombs and the Teddy moments on Blizzard World. So unfortunately, caster bias on DPS kill and feed was alive and true. But yeah, that'll do it for us for the interview. Again, big congrats on the first win of the season, first win in Aurora, and I'm sure with these performances on that team, we'll speak to you again here soon.
All right, thank you very much.
That was Wordy for the side of the Hatsune Freakus taking this series home 3-1. WYND, an exciting game, back and forth, especially towards the end there. Could have gone to map 5. The Moon Baboons, like you said, no reason to hold your head high here going forward in the rest of the season. Still a long one, still 7 games to play, and you went up against a really tough team to start things out. So, but Freakus looking strong, and yeah, what do you got to say before we send ourselves out here?
I think both teams are very going to be nice to be looking at, especially in the future upcoming weeks. I don't think the Moo Boons play too bad. I just think you just need to play a little bit slower, especially in the first couple maps. I think Neptune played a little bit too fast, but hey, if you could just work the kinks out, everything will go well for your team. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it too hard here.
Yeah, I guess with that being said, our next games are going to be on Saturday. We have 5 of them. So I don't know. We'll try to get as many prod as we can, but with five teams, not a lot of production staff available. So we'll see. Of course, keep tuned to the advertisements chat, or not the announcements chat, so figure out which one is going on. So with that being said, for WYND, for Corey on the cast, I have been Booney, and stay safe, stay healthy. Have a great rest of your buddy.